Hello YouTube friends. I'm experimenting with different camera angles. As you can see on my desk there's a laptop, and turns out when you record stuff on your laptop, the upload is really fast. And this is being recorded from a phone, and the upload isn't that fast. So I like upload fast, but I find the quality is a little bit better on this one. So if you do have a preference, let me know, and I'll try to prefer one. But anyway, I've been a little behind on these joyful videos simply because business has been picking up and I've been really busy, and some days I'm just too busy and some days I'm just too tired to make videos. But here we are today on a Sunday afternoon, and the thing that I want to celebrate with you today is progress. So why I'm talking about this in particular is saw a bunch of videos recently that really kind of hone in on this aspect of the progress. So I saw a bunch of videos about speedrunning games, and if you don't know what speedrunning is, it's trying to finish a video game in the least amount of times. And so for Super Mario, for example, is a really popular speedrunning game. So you just jump over things and you look at the optimized path, and then you try to finish the game in unreal amount of time. And I watched the videos of people doing it, and in particular, there was this one video of one person who tried to beat the world record for 35 days, if I'm remembering correctly. And now that's a big dedication, right? But every day in the 435 days, he's been perfecting like every little element of the game, right? The game obviously has a starting point, and the starting point has the first zone, and the first zone after that is a second zone, and then there's a transition to the third zone, and so on, right? Like, he's practicing optimized movements in every one of them, and then in the end, they all just coincide next to each other, which becomes its own part groove, and which allows him to finally beat the world record. And so a lot of the times we see progress as something that should be more like concretely visible steps, right? We want chunks in development. We want like a good amount of development every time we try to do something, because otherwise it's really difficult to tell. Am I even doing the right thing? Am I making progress, or am I just wasting time? Or am I actually, this is the worst part, right? Regressing. Am I getting worse? And so when you look at the perspective of you're wasting time, 435 days seems like a waste, but what's actually happening in every one of those days is skill improvement and development that's so minute in the fine motor skills and visual skills and like everything, right? It just takes time to develop to get to that degree of perfection. And this applies not just to video games, but for like cleaning, cooking, and like if you look at the people who are really good at their craft on these like vertical videos that are popular these days, you'll notice that in the end the dish is like really extravagant and crazy, but it consists of individual steps. And I'm happy with my progress because I just finished editing my third book, right? And that's been a daily progress. And some days I don't know what to change, so no words get changed. Some days I add in a bunch of paragraphs and remove a bunch of paragraphs, so that's visible change. But in any case, I need those days where I can't find anything to change, because that's what gives me more information. That's what familiarizes me with the book even more to make informed decisions about it, right? And so today, I'm feeling happy and I'm joyful about the fact that there is progress every day. And so today, like with these joyful videos, I want to have a challenge for you. So whatever it is, right? If we determine and we commit to the idea of you have progressed today, what would be an evidence of that? We usually try to work backwards, right? We usually are like, okay, I have to have this evidence in order for me to believe that I am something, right? I have a girlfriend, therefore I must not be attractive. If I don't have a girlfriend, it must be because I'm unattractive, right? I must suck because I don't have a job, because if I had a job, that would mean that I'm hireable and therefore I don't suck, right? We're used to seeing the, evidence first and then reactively believing that about ourselves. I'm inviting you to flip it around this time. If yesterday you made progress and that is a fact that you cannot argue with, what would you find as evidence of that belief? What if today is not even over yet? And in the last 3 hours while you're watching this, if you have progressed, what would be an evidence of that? And I think getting into a habit of thinking that way, of committing to believe things about you, and then the evidence will follow, that will be a good step in changing your life around. All right, I'm happy to come back to these videos after a brief break, but look forward to talking more about finding the daily joys of your life.